it going, lifers, and welcome back to another episode of Slice of Life with Branman. Today we are talking about Spy Family. So as always, if there is something that you feel that I missed or didn't talk about enough, let me know down in the comments section below. And as always, you'll get a synopsis, my initial thoughts. We'll talk about the main characters, not usually the side characters, but we will if I feel they're important enough, the story, animation, and then finally we'll have my score and closing remarks. So with that being said, let's slice into Spy Family. So the synopsis is, world peace is at stake and Secret Agent Twilight must undergo his most difficult mission yet, pretend to be a family man. Posing as a loving husband and father, he'll infiltrate an elite school to get close to a high-profile politician. He has the perfect cover, except his wife's a deadly assassin and neither knows each other's identity, but someone does, his adopted daughter, who's a telepath. I really feel that is probably the perfect breakdown of this show. Like, it is exactly what this show's about in a very broad stroke. This show really came on my radar because I saw all the advertising that Crunchyroll was doing. I saw a couple people posting trailers on YouTube and Twitter. It looks good. I'll give it a couple episodes to see what everyone is hyping this up for. It was on Saturdays. I'm going to assume the second part of first season, which comes out in October, will be as well. Just a good thing to add to my schedule, along with Shikimori's Not Just a Cutie, which I've already recorded an episode of that, and it's on the YouTube as well. So go check out that video after you watch this one. I was also watching Awashi at the same time, so really having those three really sort of fit all my slice of life needs, at least for Saturday. I still had many more I needed to watch throughout the week. The first main character we're going to be talking about is Lloyd Forger, aka Twilight. So Twilight is the world's greatest spy, and he really acts like it. He's a master of a disguise, doesn't let anything get in his way to accomplish his mission. He really has to go through the seedy parts of this whole mission, because he has to adopt a kid and potentially make it to where where there's not as much paperwork, so that it's a very easy process. He sort of just buys a kid. Like, that's about the easiest way to put it. Like, the owner of the orphanage is basically just like, just pay me some money for this kid and take him. Like, I'm not really going to use them. And I sort of really feel that this mission was a way for the agency to get Lloyd to actually spend time away from being a spy and get him to look at life after being a spy for so long, because really this was the only thing left. After such a high-stakes mission as this, with world peace, what is there for a spy? I don't know, because I'm not a spy, but maybe a spy out there knows what the next great mission would be. I sort of felt that the spy organization was sort of telling Lloyd to be looking at the life after his career. Which brings me to Anya. Everyone knows Anya. Like, she is adorable. She is quite possibly, the most adorable character that there's been in anime for a decent amount of time. Like, and I know some people are probably watching Devil is a Part-Timer Season 2 and are going to comment with Alice Ramis. No. Anya puts Alice Ramis to bed. Like, she is not anywhere near as funny, as meme-worthy, or as amazing as Anya is. So Anya is a telepath, so she can always read everyone's minds, which you would think is helpful. But a lot of times she'll get a little overwhelmed with all the voices that are flooding her mind, so she can't really block all that out, and it really stresses her out. And that's really probably about her biggest weakness, is not being able to block out all the voices going on around her. Lloyd needed a child to infiltrate this elite school, and Anya just happens to fit that mold. Same age as the politician's youngest son or second son, where Lloyd adopts Anya and proceeds to get her ready for the entrance exams. Well, there's one problem with the entrance exams, is the school needs to interview a father and mother. If it's a single parent, more often than not, that kid is not getting into the school. Who does Twilight go to? None other than a person that he just sort of meets at the tailor, your forger. She is the person that becomes Anya's stepmother. I'm sure you all have seen the cosplays of Yor over the year. Hyun is probably my favorite cosplay of Yor. Down below, let me also know who your favorite cosplay is. So Yor is one of the best assassins in I think it's the East, the nation that they're in, and that the whole story is taking place in. So if I'm wrong, then I'll let everyone know down below or in the description that I got it wrong, but I think I'm correct. Anyways, so Yor has been trained for a very long time, at least 10 years if not more, that in being an assassin. So that's just about all she knows, and her day job is essentially being a clerk with the government, and being a single person in a time of potential war and a lot of espionage. She needs to try and not draw as much attention to herself as possible. So what does she do? But she agrees to become the wife of Lloyd when he approaches her at the tailor, and everything. So like the sparks were there like almost instantly. These two really felt there was something about the other, even though they're both sort of doing it as a transactional, just for like transactional reasons. Like it's mutually beneficial for Yor to pretend to be Lloyd's wife, and for Lloyd to pretend to be Yor's husband. So it's a mutually beneficial relationship. At least that's how it starts. I've sort of touched on it throughout in the story, in the video so far with the story, but Lloyd Twilight gets tasked with infiltrating this school, getting close to this politician to completely make sure that the world does not come to war. And so in doing that, he has to get a daughter or son. Just he happens to find Anya, who meets all of his requirements, and then he meets Yor. So from there, just a ton of hilarious hijinks goes on. Most of it with Anya, and it is adorable. Like, Yor has a lot of moments where she is phenomenal. Lloyd has a lot of moments where he's phenomenal as well. Especially, when people start to make Anya cry. That is when you see Lloyd and Yor just completely flip a switch, and good lord, it is terrifying. Yeah, but With that being said, like all the animation in this show is clearly the top notch. Like the studio that worked on this really does care about their work, and you can see it in every little detail that they've done. And this is a really good top tier anime that I'm really looking forward to the second part of the season, which again is coming out in October, which is why the video is dropping now so that everyone can be prepared for it. Overall, I would say this probably gets about I'd say a 9 out of 10. Like, it's a very good one. I really don't know exactly what off the top of my head that it would need to get it to a 10, but I don't really like giving 10s unless I feel that something really does deserve it. And Spy Family is good. Like, I really enjoy Spy Family. I just don't feel that it's a 10 worthy show. I think this is a show that everyone can really enjoy, and I feel that with it only being 12 episodes, at least the first part of it, it's an easy anime to just binge in a day, couple days, and be caught up with it, be prepared for the second part of the season. So again, it's a top tier anime. It's quickly rising up the ranks to being one of my favorites, and I really think that everyone should at least give this a try. And it may not be your style, but give it a couple episodes and just see. You all may like it. So with that being said, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. We do have a Patreon. So some of my videos that may be audio only, I'll put on the Patreon. Aside from that, I've got nothing else for you all. So I will see you all next time. Peace.